All right, all right. Hope everybody can hear me. Setting up everything now, because let's wait for my cam. All right, there we go. Let's see. Can I put it a little bit higher? How are you guys doing? Let me know in the chat down below, because I think today will be again a very interesting day. Today we will get some important data again. We will get the unemployment data, and also we are about to get to non-farm payrolls. And this is going to be, and also I think we were also getting the GDP data. I'm not quite sure about that. It's not listed here, but I do think, yeah, right here, GDP Q2. Let me get an update about that from my team. GDP data. This will be very important, extremely important for the rate probabilities. What will the rate cuts do? If the data will come in, like for the economy, worse, so higher unemployment, which for the economy would be worse, well, then I think the market could see a push to the upside and could turn out to be bullish, because the probabilities for a rate cut are going to be increasing. Why? Because, well, a worse and really bad economy would mean that the Fed would need to stimulate the economy. How? By cutting rates, by stimulating and printing more money, and that is how they stimulate an economy. And they will only stimulate an economy when the economy is doing poorly. So that is why the markets want to see a higher unemployment data, and that would be bullish for the markets. So if we're going to be having a look into the unemployment rate, well, right now the previous is 4.2%, the consensus is 4.3%, and the forecast is 4.2%. Now, I would say that anything above 4.2% would already be bullish for the markets. And if it would come in any higher than that, like above 4.3%, so maybe 4.4, that would be insane. I'm not sure if we will get that. I think the consensus would be like the chances and the things that we could see would be like 4.2 or maybe 4.3%. I think that is going to be the highest probability, and then 4.3% would be bullish, 4.2% would be medium. You know, it wouldn't be that bearish, wouldn't be that bad, but we could be seeing a bit of a sell-off in a shorter time frame. That is at least what I expect could be happening next, depending on the data over here that we are about to get. Now, very important is that the unemployment rate that we will get now is much more important than the PCE, than the inflation rate, and then the core inflation rate. Much more important than all of that. Why? Because during the last Fed Chair Powell speech, during the Jackson Hole event, he has also mentioned that he is really putting more weight on the unemployment rate, on the labor market. He is really putting more emphasis and more importance on that fact rather than the inflation rate. So that is why the unemployment rate is even more important and even more crucial now. Now, after the unemployment rate that we will get today, we will also still get the core inflation rate next week and the inflation rate. And that will be the last important economic data that we will get before then the FOMC meeting, and before then the interest rate decision. And probably, I mean, the odds now are 99. Let me actually refresh this page, but the odds are 99.3% probability for a rate cut. Right now it's decreased slightly, so that I think for the markets that's even more bullish, because now we've got more upside potential. I mean, it's not 100% priced in yet that we will see a rate cut. Now, what I will say though is that even if the markets are going to be coming in very bullish for the markets, well, we could even see like a 50 basis point rate cut. Okay, that like, and above 100% probability for this rate cut. We can even see that. That would be maybe in the short term ultra bullish for the markets. That is what the markets want in the short term. Markets want these rate cuts. That is why we would see a pump if we're going to be seeing rate cuts. That is why we are going to be seeing a pump with bad economic data. That is all of the reason. But one fact that I want to highlight, and I've discussed this with a very good friend of mine this morning, is maybe for the short term rate cuts are going to be very bullish, and yeah, it's going to be looking very good, etc. But I do want to be highlighting the fact, and we'll be talking about that a little bit later, depending on how much time we have got left before the data that we are going to be having a look into. But like in a longer time frame, if we're gonna see these rate cuts, it is bearish. It is actually bearish. These rate cuts, like this stimulus and the stimulation and really the result, the end result of the rate cuts, will not really kick in until about a year. It will only really have an effect in the market, like really these rate cuts, in about a year time or so. And if you go into the fact of why a rate cut is happening now, it is because the economy is behaving poorly. And for example, we could even overlay the US interest rates right now on this chart over here. And if we do that, one clear example that I'd like to show you guys is maybe, yeah, a lot of people are liking it that we are about to see a rate cut, but have a look into this price action here. Yeah, it was maybe not a bull market, but still at the exact peak, at the exact literal peak, that was the beginning of a rate cut phase. Okay, the Fed went into a rate cut phase at the exact peak right over here. So, I mean, this is a bit of a warning still for that longer term. Yes, in the short term, I'm still incredibly bullish. But still, we are getting into kind of a like hard market. It's going to be hard to predict this because I do think in the coming few months we are about to reach a top, and this is not bullish. These rate cuts are not going to be bullish in the medium term. I would say short term bullish, in the next few weeks bullish, okay? Medium term bearish, because in the next coming months, in the next 3 to 12 months, it's going to be bearish, quite honestly. But then long term, it's going to be extremely bullish. And after a bear market that we will inevitably get after these rate cuts, in my opinion, we're going to be entering another bull market again. And we can be seeing a bear market bottom after the rate cut, like real stimulus, you know, after the rate cuts is going to be kicking in about a year time or so. And then we can see a bear market bottom again. And then the whole cycle is repeating. So that's what I expect. I do want to be mentioning that. But look at this data over here. It was the exact peak for the Bitcoin price action at the start of a rate cut cycle. Yeah, then we did recover it slightly over here and then we crashed. I mean, the Fed is just going to be already anticipating for the market and the economy to behave poorly. They are already seeing some weakness in the market, and that is why they're already starting to easing up their monetary policy, because they are seeing weakness in the economy. That is basically the reason behind the rate cuts. So yeah, I just want to be mentioning that. And also there's this interesting graph. I don't have it open right now, but I've been having a look into that in a few weeks before, like 1 or 2 weeks in the past. But I've been having a look into this, and we're basically seeing rising inflation, just slight rising inflation for this. The core inflation rate I think is better, but like you can see, it's basically rising inflation right over here, right? And a rate cut into rising inflation is always bearish. We've always seen a stock market crash after rate like not in the first week, but like the next months after a rate cut into rising inflation. We've always seen the stock market selling off, and we have always seen the stock market crashing. So yeah, we are getting into kind of an hard market to understand, okay? Because before I was always the bull, like I was always the most bullish guy on on X. I was always the most bullish guy on YouTube. I was bullish throughout this whole trend. I never really was bearish. Never really was very bearish. Only at this top over here, this top over here. Yeah, this top I was not really bearish, but I was slightly getting cautious, right? But it is a bit hard for many of you guys to understand this, I think, because I've been bullish throughout the whole entire trend. Oh, you couldn't see it. But I was bullish throughout the whole entire trend right over here. And right now I'm starting to say, shift my idea a bit. Because right now I'm starting to shift it to short-term bullish, but medium-term bearish, and a long-term still bullish. Like, people, I get it. Like, if you're a beginner, you think like, what is this guy saying? Is he flip-flopping? Is he out of his mind? What is this guy actually saying? But all I'm saying is that maybe in a shorter time frame, we could go a little bit higher, form a bit of a range over here, but in a medium time frame, I do think we're still going to be entering a bear market. And in the long time frame, well, Bitcoin is the again. I have to shift my idea to, like, on the right side, here's the chat and the face cam. So it's a bit hard for me. But like, this is it. So like, maybe in a short time frame, we could go a bit higher. But then in the medium time frame, I do think we will enter a bear market in the next couple of months, because these rate cuts are not the most bullish thing in the medium time frame. But in the long time frame, then over here, the real power of the rate cuts are going to be kicking in, and then we will see the big continuation of the bull market. And then, like, in a year time, maybe in the end of 2026, then we're going to be bottoming out and going to be entering another cycle again and another bull market. So that is basically visually explained what I expect, and I hope that explains it much better to all of you guys. And like, I do want to be emphasizing on this fact, because yeah, I've been bullish throughout the whole entire trend, and right now I'm anticipating a bear market, and I just want to be honest with you guys about that. I just want you guys to win as well, and many of you guys would not like it for me calling out a bear market soon, but it is the honest truth. It is like what is about to happen. Anyways, I will about everything I've said and shown, like cutting into rising inflation, etc. Like all of these facts, and cutting, like then seeing a bear market, like all of these facts, I will sum it up when I think the time is appropriate, because right now I do not think the time is appropriate yet, because I'm still bullish in a shorter time frame, and that is why I'm not full on bear posting yet, because I still do think in the shorter time frame we should remain to be bullish. But whenever the time is there to flip bearish, whenever it's a good time to really flip bearish, guys, I will line up all of these facts, and I will show you and provide you with all of the proof and all of the data, backtested data, with all of the real graphs and historic graphs, etc. I will provide you with everything, because right now, yeah, you just have to believe me on my word. I know it's a bit difficult to do, because I'm always showing the proof. I'm always showing the data. I'm always showing the graphs, backing my thesis, backing my word. But right now, you kind of just have to go with it, because I didn't prepare that part for the stream, you know. But once I think the time will be there, well, then I will be preparing everything. So for that, be sure to be subscribed. And yes, I can see it also in the live chat. There's 4 minutes left right now for the data, and we'll talk about that exactly a bit more later. But one very important thing I want to mention is that you need to be subscribed, because whenever I will be calling out these things and will be providing you with all of this data and charts and back-tested charts, you know, you need to be there. You need to be subscribed. You need to be across all of my socials. You need to follow me over on X. You need to be in a platinum group, because I'll be sharing everything here in a platinum group first. You'll know everything first if you're in the platinum group, and it's free to join. So make sure to join with the first link down below, and then you're going to be printing. Because yeah, I have been buying the exact bottom again with my platinum group. Like you can see, Ethereum is pushing up even higher right now, 250k in a profit right now. But let's get over the data right now, because that's the most important thing at this moment. Very important thing that I want to mention is how you can always get the data first is basically follow me over on X. Follow me over on X, turn on your notifications for me over on X, and there's not always 100% probability that I will always be first. That is why you need to be following multiple guys. Turn on your notifications for multiple guys, and then I guarantee you one of these guys will or me will for sure post the data first. And that is what you need to be watching. You need to be watching your notifications now. So follow me, turn on your notifications for me, because usually 90% of the times I actually post it first on X. And then another very good account, very reliable and often very quick, is Financial Juice. So go to this X account and turn on your notifications for this account. Follow Financial Juice. And another account would be Zoomer Fight. And this one is also very good. Turn on your notifications for him. And then also another one would be Tree News. So Tree News feed here. Turn on your notifications for him. And then also, sometimes this one is also good, would be Walter Bloomberg. And but I don't really follow him that much. I think these other accounts are much better, but sometimes this one is also good. So got it. Okay, got it. These are all the accounts that you need to follow. And then what you will want to do is turn on your notifications and go to your following tab for your X feed. And then you're first. And then if you just know what to look for example, the unemployment rate, in my personal opinion, is the most important. Like we have discussed, 4.3% bullish, 4.2% medium bearish. If you know what to look for, you can actually be trading this now. I would not be trading it myself. Let's have a look into the Bitcoin graph right now. What are we seeing before the event? We're 20 seconds out right now. We are seeing a bit of a pump leading up till this event. This morning, we have seen a very nice pump. Right now, we are seeing some consolidation. This would be bullish, in my opinion. This is looking quite good, in my personal opinion. So we're 10 seconds out. So prepare all of your charts, prepare your notifications, and we are about to get it. Let's see, is it going to be bullish? Is it going to be bearish? The data can come in at any second now, any minute now. I'm also having a look into my notifications. All right, it's 4:30. What is the graph? Oh, we're seeing pump. Oh, very nice. Yeah, so price is always reacting first. There we go. Unemployed 4.3, but bullish. And again, here, my account is literally the first one to post it out of everybody. Again, bullish. Guys, GG's. Let's go. I mean, you heard it here first. Again, congratulations, guys. Bitcoin pumping, very nice. I mean, let's hope we can really continue this pump. Let's hope we can. I mean, it's looking bullish. I mean, we are breaking, in fact, above this resistance now, arguably. We still need to break above this previous high here. That's going to be very important. We are getting a small rejection from of that level here. But if we can break... Okay, we're getting quite harsh of a rejection. But I would say still, it doesn't really matter if we will do... Okay, this rejection is crazy. But like... Okay. I would say nothing. I was going to say if we break above this level, then we will really see the big pump. But okay. Humbled very quickly. I mean, the markets are just doing its own thing. They just do whatever they want. They just do whatever they want themselves. I mean, let's have a look into the rate cut probabilities. What will we see? Did they shift? I do think they need some time to update, actually. I do think... Oh, it actually got shifted already immediately. That's good. 99% probability now of a rate cut. So, yeah, pretty much guaranteed. Almost 100%. So yeah, kind of some wickery going on. Okay, that's interesting. I mean, yeah, that's crazy. Oh, what? Also, the non-farm payrolls are 50K less. That's insane. One fact that I do want to talk about is this morning. I do think I don't recall the exact tweet anymore, but I do think that Trump tweeted something like the unemployment rates are manipulated or like fake, something like that. I'm not sure if he meant that in a good way or a bad way, but what is this? Like wow, like what is this chart? How is this pattern called, guys? How is this pattern called? I mean, this is literally an 1.2% move. First, it is like a 75 basis point move, then a 1.2% move to the downside, and then a 1% move to the upside again, and now again a 50 basis point move towards the downside again. What is this pattern called, guys? I don't know. I call it wickery, a wickery pattern. I mean, we're kind of getting rejected by this previous high right here, right? I think that's pretty much what's going on. It's still the level to break above. And if we can break above that level, well then, in that case, we would see this inverse head and shoulders pattern breaking out to the upside. And then, I mean, then it's over. Then it's over. Then we pretty much break back inside of the range. Like, then it's no doubt about it anymore. We break back inside of this range, and then it's really... Like, we can have a look into 117.5k level next, but really the next level is going to be the 122k level again. And I call this move, I don't know what button to press. Yeah, what? The US data associated, to be honest, it does not count part-time jobs, for example. Yeah, and there's more gig jobs than ever, so Trump is low-key. Yeah, exactly. That's very true. There are a lot of part-time jobs, like 100% correct. Bad news is good. News here. Yes, rate cut is incoming 100%. Yeah, it's kind of bad news that we actually got, and that's actually good. For the short term, it's good for the short term. Medium term, bearish, guys. It's bearish. Medium term, it's 100% bearish. No doubt about it. Because if because of this, we would enter like a recession or something like that. Like, that's not bullish. That's not bullish. Medium term, that's bearish. That's bearish. Okay? But then long term, it's going to be bullish again, because then, because of it's being bearish, markets will get stimulated and more money printing will go on. And, you know, that's the crazy thing about markets, how they work. How is ETH doing? Yep. ETH is, again, today kind of outperforming again. That's looking good. We're bouncing from this level of support. I do want us to see this support holding, though. That's one fact that I want to talk about. Now, if we break below this support, well, then I do think we can see a bit longer of a consolidation here before then going back up again. And maybe the beginning of October, if we lose this support, right? But right now, we're not doing that. Right now, ETH BTC is still looking bullish. And yeah, we're still consolidating here. We're still consolidating inside of this range here. And arguably, we're forming a smaller range over here, getting rejected also by this level of resistance. And yeah, just consolidating over here. I would argue it's a middle level, mid-range right here. This is the mid-range. And if we break back above that level, then we can go back to these highs over here again to the 4.8k level. So that's pretty much what is going on for Ethereum. And yeah, I'm still bullish on Ethereum here. As long as we hold above this support, as long as we hold this range here. I mean, we could see a liquidity grab here. That would be extremely bullish. But I'm bullish inside of this range here. I mean, also we've got this data here. You can't see it. But yeah, the Ethereum's validator queue is overtaking the exit queue again. And I'm like, if I recall, like 2 weeks ago or something, people really flooded the exit queue because everybody was talking about the exit queue. Oh, we are gonna see a dump. Oh, we're gonna crash back down. It's over for Ethereum's rally, and now the entry queue is back up. And I mean, nobody talks about that anymore. Everybody was talking about the FUD, but now it's getting back up again. Nobody is talking about that anymore. It's all silent, and that's a clear indication for me that I think this is just a reaccumulation range. It's a reaccumulation range. I mean, after this range here, and also at the same time, weak hands are selling off. Strong hands are buying over the coins here inside of this range. It's clearly indicating me that it's about to explode even further to the upside here. So I call this just the waiting room. I call it a waiting room. This is the waiting room, and when this will break out to the upside, it will explode even further to 6, 7, 8K for ETH. Do we have one last chance, Mr. Crypto? Yeah, it's kind of funny. Like, I've been uploading some videos with last chance, but always whenever I upload a video with last chance, everybody is saying, oh yeah, this week was your last chance, and then last week was your last chance too. That's not true, because literally 3 days ago, I've posted this, your last chance, and it was literally exactly at the bottom. Now, if you go back, and then the comments are full with like people saying, oh, it's your last chance, just like last week.
Bitcoin is about to see a big...
And then I'm like, okay, yeah, are you this stupid? Here, last week, last chance. This week, last chance. Next week, last chance. But, and I'm like, are you this stupid? Because the only, like, yeah, I've talked about last chance to buy cheap altcoins here, but that's different, because I was talking about this level of resistance and relative strength that we are showing on this level of resistance, and that we will break out. That, like, you need to watch the context in that case. But other than that, I've only also talked about Ethereum last chance, which was over here, which was also a perfect call, because after that moment, we literally exploded like crazy, okay? We literally went from, what was it, like 3.2K to 4.8K. So yeah, that one also exactly played out. But other than that, your last chance that I posted was 4 weeks ago. And if you go back to that video, where was it posted? It was exactly posted at the local bottom from that time. After this moment, we went up, and instead of people calling for, oh yeah, your last chance, just like last week, people do not realize that all of the time, whenever I'm posting a video about your last chance, it always bumps. So yeah, I don't know. And then I'm still getting like, I don't know how you can call it. Like, some might call it hate, just for easy purposes. But then still people are making fun of that fact, of the your last chance fact. But when I have a look into all of the stats, all of the data, everything, and then I see comments like that, then I already know it's gonna be a good day, and then I already know I'm gonna be right. So yeah. Also about the title, like, many people do not, like, they only read the title and they do not watch the context of the video. I think that's also a very stupid thing to do. I hear another last chance coming. Yeah, I mean, next time I say last chance, I mean, you better buy in, man. Or not buy in, but you better have a look into the video. Another thing, which is quite funny in my personal opinion, is another title everybody seems to go crazy about, is the title of the last shakeout, the final shakeout. And that one I've posted here, the final shakeout, right? And it was posted during a dump. But what did I say during the video?
Bitcoin is breaking to the...
Here. I was literally bearish. And this was literally the chart that I was talking about, that this dump here would be the final shakeout. That is literally what I talked about. And then people will talk about the fact, oh, you called for the final shakeout 2 weeks ago. And then I'm like, yeah, this dump is literally the final shakeout that we're in. And I called the dump, and I will also call the bottom again. And then I'm like, yeah, it's funny that people do not have a look into the context and to barely watch the videos, just only the title and thumbnail. That's quite funny. But anyways, yeah, data bullish, but we're just seeing some wickery going on right now. Always bullish. I love that. Yeah, and it's crazy because I've been bullish throughout this entire trend, basically, pretty much. But when I will flip bearish, many people will not expect it. When I will call for a bear market, many people will not expect it, and then it's like the whole same story, but all, like then flipped, like literally the same exact story, but then the other way around. Because then people will say, "Oh, you're always bearish. You're always bearish." Now I'm like, "Yeah, we're in a bear market. Why shouldn't I be bearish?" Yeah, if you're doing that tip, I will give you one tip, but and then you're getting absolutely wrecked. I mean, if you would have shorted all of these bottoms here, I mean, I think you would have gotten absolutely wrecked. Yeah, TA is only good 30% of the time. That is why you always need to confluence TA with narrative, with news, and fundamentals. You always need to confluence. TA is only 30%, okay, of the whole deal, of the whole package. That is why you, and also on chain, not to forget, by the way. But that is why you need to have a look into the broader spectrum, into the broader thing, what is actually happening. You do not want to only have a look into TA and only say, oh yeah, inverse head and shoulders, it's a bullish pattern, so probably we're gonna break up. That's not how you want to play it. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's always these comments. I mean, I know that all of these comments are they're never printing any money. It's because when the majority thinks one thing, the market makers will flip the opposite to fill their pockets. Yeah, 100%. I mean, it's filled with mass extraction, the market. So that's 100% true. But in the long term, these market makers cannot manipulate it that much. That is why always whenever you're in doubt, just zoom out. And that's why in the long term over here, it's much easier to predict these bottoms than to predict the bottoms on the 1 hour time frame. Okay. Because here for the long time frame, I just can zoom out. I can have a look into all of the data which is being presented. I can have a look into all of the facts and all of the statistics. And the market makers cannot manipulate a chart like this. Okay. They cannot manipulate like a bull market like that. That's practically impossible. They don't have trillions of dollars to do that. So yeah. You think ETH will cross today 4,500? You know, that's quite an hard question to answer. That's quite an hard check gold chart. We'll do it in a second. It's 1% up almost today. But it's a hard question. I would say if we break above this resistance here, yeah, 4,500 easily will be broken. And in the case if we break 4,500, which is this resistance here, well then Ethereum is looking incredibly bullish. I think we will go much higher. Let's have a look into the gold chart. It's absolutely pumping. It's crazy. Crazy. I mean, it's pretty much, yeah. I mean, people are already preparing, guys. People are preparing for this weak market, for a weak economy. People are preparing for rate cuts. People are literally going to this safe haven now. Okay, that is what's happening pretty much. I mean, the real big, smart money and big investors, they're really moving their money already to gold because I mean, the big players, they're gonna be anticipating a recession, pretty likely. But let's see, because Bitcoin could still be the digital gold, and in that case, let's see if Bitcoin could thrive during this moment too. And I would not say that this is necessarily bearish for Bitcoin, at least in the shorter time frame. I would still say it's bullish, and that we still have yet to some catching up to do, and that we are still going to be catching up, just like this chart over here showing, just like we have done in last September and September 2024, before that rate cut. 2026 recession, pretty likely. And I mean, the stock market correction will already happen before the official recession announcement, right? That is how it always works and happens. Waiting for stimulus checks in the US. I'm not sure if that will happen again. If it will happen again, that's insane. Like the COVID stimulus, you know? Not like in that magnitude. Is anything else pumping now? Are like altcoins pumping? Bitcoin dominance is decreasing quite a bit now, and that's looking very good. Very good, very nice. 24-hour meme core. All right, and pump fun. Say, nice. All right. Some altcoins are definitely showing some strength now. Like to see that. Where's the volatility? I mean, did you not see this volatility here? It was absolutely crazy. It was like 1% moves like every other second almost. That was kind of crazy. Why going down when it's bullish news? You know, it's a market still. It's a market, and we already went up before that. So oh yeah, right. Let's see. Gold new my. Congrats, man. Congrats. We're gonna flush to 99k. I mean, it could be possible. It could. I'm not counting it out. That's the thing. I'm not counting it out. A flush to 99k. It's just that when I sum everything up together, I don't think it's the most likely scenario. I think it will be more likely for the market to rebound here soon. And the problem is that we get a small leg up on Bitcoin, and when it retraces $1, altcoin do. That's not true. That's not true at all. If anything, altcoins are showing a lot more relative strength than Bitcoin is doing. So it's not true at all. Altcoins are holding up much better than Bitcoin is doing now. Okay. I mean, before, yeah, it was true, but now you can literally, it's a fact. We are running into this resistance, and the Bitcoin dominance is falling. So, I mean, look, this is the total tree. So it's basically all of the altcoins. All of the altcoins in general are just still basically at these previous all-time highs. They're not getting any rejection still. Then compare that to the Bitcoin chart. Bitcoin is all the way down here. Okay, it's all the way down. While the total tree is still all the way up. And while it is hitting resistance, Bitcoin dominance is moving down. So Bitcoin dominance is losing strength while altcoins are gaining strength. Altcoins are holding up much better than Bitcoin is doing currently during this dip. Yeah, in the short term, maybe on the 1 hour time frame, Bitcoin dominance is bouncing. But like, who really cares? I mean, Who really cares? I want to be in altcoins. People have been saying the same thing here. 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 People are saying the same thing here. But the fact of the matter is that every single time, Bitcoin dominance just dumps even further and altcoins just show even more strength. So yeah. Why would I be bearish on altcoins here? I don't get it. Why would I be? Why do I need to be bearish here on altcoins while we're getting a big break to the downside here? Has market priced in Fed cut in September? Hard to say. No. Yes and no. I mean, markets are forward looking, but there's no. I guess to answer the question good is, I think the stock market, yes, they have already priced in the rate cut. Gold, kind of yeah, but Bitcoin is still lagging behind, and it will still follow. I've been doing so many times, man. Have a look into my YouTube channel, and then you can find everything. Here, if you go to my videos, here, this video here, the last video here, outlines all of the altcoins I'm buying. And also some other altcoins like here, this one over here. So yeah. Oh, let's go. We're going up again. Slightly. Looking good. Let's see if we can break. If we can break, that's very bullish. How can I privately contact you? You can join the Platinum group with the first link down below. And I'm answering literally everything in the group. So join the private group, and then in the chat, I'm literally answering every question. So make sure to join that. And then you can also even DM me. If it's relevant to like a personal question, I will answer it. If it's not that relevant, I will not answer it. But I am answering everything in the group itself, in the chat. Let's go. Going back up again. Let's go. Right. And by the way, I want you guys, everybody that's watching, to join the Platinum group anyways, because I'm sharing all of the good alpha in here in real time. You will be getting it the absolute quickest. The first one to know everything about my trades, about alpha, about crypto alpha, about my update videos, about everything. So make sure to join. It's like insane what value you will get for free. Also, by the way, for the people that do not want to take the 5 minutes of their time to join and do all of the steps to join, soon I'm thinking, I'm not sure if I want to do it yet. Let me know in the live chat if I should do it. But I'm thinking about also making a paid option. But the value is like insanely high. I'm not sure what the correct price should be. And I'm not sure if enough people would want that. If they would be interested in that. Like, I wouldn't be bothered in doing it for like $30, $50, anything like that. I wouldn't be bothered at all. But and also the value is way too high for that. But I'm thinking about doing it for like a one-time fee and lifetime fee of like 1K, and then increasing it every single time I make these insane right calls again. And then start it at 1K. And then I'm thinking about first doing it paid and also free. So then you can just follow the steps or pay. And then after that, it depends on what the results will do. But then depending on that, I will either increase the fee of the payment, or I will remove the free access completely. So that is what I'm thinking about now. So let me know, first of all, if some people would be interested in a paid option, because I get it. Some people just don't want to spend 5 minutes to sign up, etc., and get in. They would rather just pay 1K and boom, they're in for all of the value and they are going to be getting. So should I be doing that? Should I add that paid option or should I just keep it free? And then also, I'm thinking about this, and I would want to say, I mean, it's not like a marketing gimmick or something. Like, honestly, join it right now because maybe in the future I will remove the free access. I'm not sure about it yet. But right now you can at least guarantee your spot, and it's going to be lifetime. What about the current? Yeah, the current, they'll be in forever. They will be in forever. So yeah, if you're in, you're in. That's basically how I see it. I also do not want to do a recurring fee. I think that defeats the purpose of the group, kind of. So I just want to make it like, if you're in, then you're in, and then like, okay, only if you like do like scam people in the group, and then you're getting banned, of course. But like, otherwise, there's no way out. Like, you're not getting kicked or something. Without weak steps, so do a paid group. So like, also add the option for $1K. All right. So you would be interested in paying 1K rather than doing that. Yeah, because I do think some people would be interested in paying just 1K rather than taking 5 minutes of their time. I completely get it. Yeah, I would rather pay to join, yeah. So maybe it would be good to add that option. Based on crypto's ETH, 100x? Wow, that's crazy. I don't know who crypto's ETH is, but I mean, Mr. Helper, you can still get in free, literally. So it just takes 5 minutes. But the only thing I'm saying is like, some people would rather pay 1K than like doing these steps and then getting in by these steps and taking 5 minutes. Like, there are a lot of people that have got way more money than, and their time is worth a lot more than, like, their 5 minutes is worth a lot more than 1K. That's just what I'm saying. And I did get a lot of questions about it from these people. But right now there's just no option still for it. I'm just interested because some people, to know, you know, some people would be interested in that. Yeah, Crypto Rover has 6 traders in his group. Yeah, I get that. But it's like, Crypto Rover has kind of it's more a signal group. My group is more my group. It's my personal thoughts. It's not a signal group. You know, I like, if I'm being legit, I don't think signals really work in the long run for most people. And I don't know about Camel. I did see his indicator, but I'm not sure about that. Like, he's not a scammer, bro. He's a good friend of mine. Said Finn. Crypto said. Oh, I think he literally blocked me. I'm not sure why. Or is it on YouTube? Sad Finn. Oh yeah, this guy. He's blocked me. This is another account. Yeah, I show everything. Well, not before. It depends. If I set limit orders, then yeah, I show it before. But if I open an order now, I literally immediately record a video about it and immediately in real time tell you about it. So it's like basically the same exact minute. same exact 5 minutes of when I open up. Yeah, but I don't share like exact entries and sell targets like that. It's not a trading setup. That's what I'm saying. I'm just telling you about what I'm doing. Like I'm opening up these trades here because da 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 da, and because I think blah blah blah, and then boom boom boom. And this is my strategy. I'm gonna hold it till that. All the information you would need to know about the trade, and that's what I'm saying. Like, the thing is, I'm really a different trader than most of you guys are expecting me to be. I don't set up these trades like this. I don't do this. I just enter a swing trade whenever I think the time is right, whenever I think the narrative is there, whenever I think the price is there, whenever I think the news is there, whenever I think an upcoming catalyst is about to come there. And that's what I tell in this trading setup. And I do not know until how many dollars I'm going to hold it. I just think the momentum will be up, and I'm going to be riding it until I think the momentum will be up. And when I think the momentum will go down again, then I'm gonna tell you, but that could be at 6K, that could be at 7K, that could be at 8K. I don't know yet at what target I'm gonna sell yet at this moment. I think it's gonna be around 5, 6, 7, 8K, but I don't know the exact price yet. So that's why I don't set a sell target yet. It's just gonna come with time, over time, you know? Shilling pump and dumps. Yeah, but do some research about SEC XBT yourself, and then you will realize that not everything he shares is true, man. I mean, yeah, he's doing some good things for the space, but not everything he does is always. How can I join a platinum group if I already have a weak account? Platinum. Oh, it's sorry, man. It's not the same. No, it's not the same. I'm sorry about that. If you purchased it on YouTube, but yeah, if you've already gotten a weak account, you can register a new one. It's okay to do that. The only thing is you will not get these bonuses. You will not get the 10K Ethereum trade bonus, and that's the only thing you would not get. But it's completely fine to sign up a new one with a new email address, and then you're getting access. That's the only thing. It's been a minute. Yeah, indeed. It's been quite some time. Yeah, this is what I always say, Jim. I always say this. Like, even if I say, like, I think the market is looking incredibly bullish. I mean, it doesn't mean you should buy instantly because I said it. I always say things based on data and based on fundamentals, based on narrative, and I always explain all of my thesis, and I make my case very clear. And I always say this, like, you should not blindly trust anybody. You should always have a look into people, their analysis, people, their track record, people, their quite honestly, their analysis. That's the most important thing. Their analysis, and then pick and choose some parts that you like from other people, and then make up your own analysis. Do your own analysis, but you can follow other people to get inspired for your own analysis. But then in the end of the day, you need to make up your own opinion. You need to make up your own case, your own thesis, your own trade. That is also what I'm doing myself. I'm literally watching a lot of crypto content. I'm watching a lot of, I'm scrolling a lot on X. I'm watching a lot of other YouTubers, and that's what everybody does in the space. And then I pick and choose of the signals from other people that I like. Sometimes I come up with my own signals and data, etc. Sometimes I pick and choose some from somebody else, and then I aggregate all of the analysis into my own analysis, and then I'll make up my own thesis and my own analysis and my own case. That's what I do every day, basically. And I think that's the smart way to go about it, the smart thing to do. Are we about to go down? I mean, we are at resistance. That is one thing that I would like to say. I mean, the thing is, right now we are at resistance. I wouldn't open up any trades here. However, the probabilities will be higher that eventually we are going to be breaking above it, and we're going to break up even higher. That's one thing I would like to say. It's still bullish. It's still bullish here. I'm not that bearish right now. Are we going to break it? That I don't know, but just if we will break it, then it's very bullish. But yeah, resistance is more likely to be resistance as long as it will be broken. And if it will break above, then bullish. But right now it's still acting as resistance. So keep that one in mind, okay? I'm not saying it will dump, because I honestly am still more bullish. But I don't know if we will break above it now or just in maybe tomorrow or in no, by the way, it's a weekend coming up. That's bearish. But I don't know, do not know if we will break out now or consolidate here for the weekend and then next week move up. Why is it? Why has the Fed Watch chart changed? Is there a 100% probability for rate cuts? Let's have a look. Oh, wow. All right. I was talking about this earlier in the stream. In the beginning of the stream, we can see a higher than 100% probability. Right now it's literally 87%. It's 100% probability that we will see a rate cut. But it's an 87% probability that we will see 25 basis points and 12% probability now that we will see a 50 basis point rate cut. But if I'm being so honest, like 50 basis point rate cut, that would be so bearish, man. That would be so bearish. Then I really do think the bull market is about to be over in the next 1 month. Like if the 25 basis point rate cut, then I think it can still go on for about 1 to 2 months. But a 50 basis point rate cut, I really think we are about to top out in the next month. Next month or so, in the next like 30 to 50 days. Bitcoin 228K. Yeah, I kind of agree with that. Like, just grab that liquidity above that previous high, just slightly, you know. Again, maybe even like this, and maybe break above it slightly here, and then boom, bounce, and then nobody knows we're entered the bear market yet. Nobody knows that we have entered the bear market yet, but then bounce back up maybe, and then boom. No, that's what happens in a bear market. We're back at 80K. drawing out some things. This would make sense. It would make sense. Why is a big rate cut bearish? Because we're getting recessionary. People in the short term do not realize this, but in the medium term they do. So yeah, can we break above this resistance? A donation coming in, very much appreciated. 25 dirhams. You're such a legend. I appreciate you, bro. Well, I really appreciate you. I can't like it. It's unfortunate. I can heart it. So thank you so much for your donation. Really appreciate it that you're doing that donation. 80% drop, bear market? No, I don't think an 80% drop. I think more like 50%. More like 50%. Why would it be over with 0.50? Because then it's really like the economy is really, I mean, you have to realize the only reason why we will see rate cuts is because the economy is so weak that we need to see rate cuts. So the more rate cuts we need, the weaker the economy is looking like. And yeah, that's basically how it goes. So the more, yeah, if we will see more rate cuts, it's a weaker economy. And that's basically how it goes. And the weaker the economy, well, the more bearish that would be for the medium term. My friend donated, so thank you so much for the 37 dirhams. Thank you so much, really appreciate it. My man, my friend donated, so boom. All right. I mean, I really appreciate these donations. It's a small favor, you know, but still. Trump said they should cut by 4 points. So basically to 0% again. I mean, yeah, I think that will happen in the long run, you know, maybe not within the next year, but I mean, he also just wants cheap money, right? Yeah, exactly. Let's see, can we break above this resistance now? Or, I mean, we're getting kind of rejected again, aren't we? Getting back up in a shorter time frame. That's good. Bitcoin 200k soon? I don't think we will reach 200k anymore. I don't think so. There's still some liquidity on the downside. Do you think we will take it out? Yeah, if we can't break above this resistance, yeah, then sure. But if we break back above this resistance, or at least on the daily time frame with a daily candle, break above 112 or above 113k, so close above the 113k, then we would confirm back in the range. And then I don't think we will come back down again. Why cut probabilities down? It's not down, it's up. It's now over 100% rate cut probability. It's now literally the probability is 100%, like 112% of seeing a rate cut. kind of, right? My man, Leon, how are you doing? Another 80 dirhams. My man, are you enjoying the stream? When are you entering the gym again, man? I didn't see you today. Thank you so much for your super chat donation. Wait, were you already watching the alpha the entire time, man? Been watching you since early days. Here's a protein shake. Ah, thank you so much, my man. We're gonna print a lot. What do you think will happen if strategy gets accepted into S&P 500 today? I know it's unlikely. I mean, if they get accepted in S&P, it would be incredibly bullish. It's the announcement today or the decision. I'm not sure about that. I'm not up to date about that, if I'm being honest. The only thing I will say is that if I'm having a look into Microstrategy, MSTR, it's looking pretty dangerous. I mean, it's looking the same exact way like it did during the last bull market top, right? It's looking the same exact way. Is it a coincidence? I'm not sure. Look at this first top, right? First blow off top here, boom. First blow off top here, boom. Then the second try, which was unable to break above the previous high. And then you roll over into a bear market. And MicroStrategy is losing purchasing power. So, yeah. Is expected. Is it expected? I mean, if it's expected, then that would be crazy bullish. Yeah. I'm not up to date about that. I'm not following like MSTR MicroStrategy that much, that aggressively. I'm also not a stocks guy, so. The only thing I know is that Michael Saylor is a legend and he understands the fundamentals of Bitcoin. So what's in the ice bot, my man? All right. I mean, that's very good. It was like an active rest day for you. Just for the dopamine spike. That's bullish, man. I'm bullish on the dopamine spikes. All right. Let's answer 3 more questions. And after that, I've got to go. I mean, Bitcoin is coiling up again slightly. Let's see if we can break above this resistance. Let's answer 3 more questions. And after that, it's time to leave for today's quick live stream for the data. When is today's announcement? I don't know. Do you mean the news that we got? We already got the news. The non-farm payrolls. Actual data, 22K. And the forecast was 75K. Absolutely crazy. And the unemployment rate 4.3%, and forecast was 4.2. So also bullish. Icebots can blunt elements of hypertrophy related to inflammatory response if done too frequently or close to resistance. Yeah, so indeed, that's why I was saying like on your active rest day, that's how I call it. You know, if you're not going to the gym, you're not doing weight training. Well then you can do an ice bath, indeed. Or like if you just want a dopamine spike, I like it's bad for hypertrophy indeed, but like not severe, you know. If you just want a dopamine spike because of some work you've got to do, I mean it's not that bad. Do an ice bath. I guess. And the best thing to do is to do an ice bath on another moment of the day when you're not doing weight training. What price can we take entry in ETH? I mean, I myself have been getting an entry at like 4K. I mean, I've already been entering all the way down during this low here. But I've been adding on the way up. I've been adding here, I've been adding here, and I've been adding here recently. So I've been adding on the way up. That's why my average entry right now is at a 4K level. So I'm chilling in my position, if I'm being honest. If you want to grab another entry on ETH now, well, I would either have a look into this resistance here being broken. So that would be above the 4.5K, or all the way down to the 4K level back again for a liquidity sweep below that previous low. But I don't know. I don't know if you will get that opportunity still, because the market's looking quite bullish now. So I'm not sure if you will get that opportunity still anymore. How much can you bench? I don't bench anymore that much, that often. I could do, like in the past, I have done 4 times 120 kg, and I've done like, I can always do 100 kg for reps, so 10 reps. And the max I've done 100 kg was 12 times. But I've never done a 1 rep max whenever I was at my peak strength. I'd imagine, oh yeah, I did do 130, by the way, 2 times. But never 1 time. 1 time. And right now I don't bench anymore that often. US market buy when market opens. US market, yeah, it's about to open right in it. Let's see. Let's see. I do think it will be quite important to watch, indeed. 99 percentile strength. Yeah, man. You need to dominate in every area of your life. Oh yeah, Bloomberg yesterday. 16 billion. It's insane. Yeah, that's insane. You can buy a lot of Bitcoin with that. So yeah, 5 minutes time, stock market is about to open, and we will maybe, if the stock market will open up bullish, break above this resistance. That would be insane. Ultimately very bullish. Guys, if you want to be updated about everything that happens in the market now, follow me over on X. If anything huge happens, I will make an emergency update video on YouTube. But definitely also join my Platinum group. And over here, you'll be updated about every little thing, about my new trades, about crypto alpha, etc. I'm updating everything in my Platinum group. So first link down below. It's free to join, so make sure to do that. And also, this bonus is still here over on Weeks. Subscribe on YouTube, follow me over on X, and then guys, I'll see you in another update video tomorrow morning. Have a blessed rest of your day.